All right. Hello, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about recycling. Stand up, please. Okay, so I have Blaine and Gigi to help me here. But the first thing we're going to talk about is what is recycling. So recycling is...
Mommy, now I can't see this.
Well, I'll show you later. Recycling is when we turn waste or garbage into a reusable product. So this picture here shows an old pop can, and you put it into your recycling bin. The recycling truck takes it to the plant, breaks it up into pieces, sometimes melts it down, and then it becomes a new can and goes back to the store and it can be used again. Now what would happen if you threw that can in the garbage is it would go to the landfill, a place called the landfill. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So that's what recycling is. This is the symbol for recycling. So a lot of times on products that are recyclable, which means you can use them again, there will be this little symbol of 3 arrows in a triangle, and that tells you or helps you realize that that is a recyclable product. So why do we recycle? Why? Does anybody know? So there are 3 reasons, 3 main reasons. One reason is there would be less in the landfill. So when you throw things in the garbage, it goes to a big, giant pile of garbage called the landfill. And there's a lot of different landfills around the country, but it's just a giant pile of garbage. And if we keep throwing things in the garbage, we are going to run out of space for the garbage, and our whole earth is going to be covered in garbage. So here is this picture of the earth with the recycling symbol around it. It's good for our earth when we recycle. Another reason is less soil and water pollution. When you put garbage on the ground or in the water, it turns the water, it pollutes the water, and it turns the water dirty. It would be bad for us, bad for plants, bad for the environment. And the last reason is it saves animals. So this is a picture of a sea turtle swimming in the ocean, and what it's eating is a plastic bag. What it thinks it's eating is a jellyfish. And so animals have a tough time realizing what garbage is and what honey? Yep, I'll show you the computer in a sec. Oh, Daddy's eating. Daddy's eating and she wants to eat. So it saves the animals when we recycle and put that, reuse it. So this is a picture of a landfill. Look at that. Have you ever seen such a giant pile of garbage? Are you hungry, Gigi? Okay, go join Daddy and eat. Anyways, this is a big giant pile of garbage. And so each time you put a garbage bag in the trash, it goes to a place like this, and this pile gets bigger and bigger. It's called the landfill. Here, buddy. Isn't that terrible?
What?
It's called the landfill. Okay, so it says, here's this last one. It says, what can be recycled? So in this picture, we have plastic, we have glass bottles, paper, cardboard, aluminum, things like that. Things that cannot be recycled are plastic bags, the kind you might get at Target or Super One or the grocery store. They cannot be recycled. Well, you have to bring them to a special place and then they dispose of them there. You can't bring appliances, like if you had a microwave or something that you wanted to get rid of. You'd have to bring that to a special place. You can't recycle clothes. So one way that you can reuse clothes is to give them to someone smaller than you. Instead of throwing them away where they end up in a landfill, give them to someone else who could use them. So those are just some examples of things that can be recycled. So what Blaine and I are going to do today, we have a couple different recycling bins here. What happens when you send your recycling away is it goes to a place called the recycling center, and they sort it out there, and they put all of the paper together and all the plastic together and all the glass together, and each one has a different process and how it becomes recycled and becomes a new product. So what we have here is, what do we have here, Blaine? Apple juice. So what apple juice, let's see, we have aluminum, which is like metal. We have compost, which is like old food. And so old food can be ground up and put into the ground to help other plants grow. Compost. And then here we have plastic. And then this last one we have is paper and cardboard. So we don't have what picture for glass, but we can recycle glass too. So what kind of recyclable is this apple juice bottle, Blaine? Do you know? What is it made out of?
Hard.
It's hard. And what kind of material is this? Is it paper, plastic, or aluminum? It's not aluminum, it is plastic, so we put it here. And actually, right on the bottom, you can't see it, but right on the bottom there's a little recycling symbol in there. So we put that in the plastic. All right, this is a math lesson and a recycling lesson. What shape is this right here, right? It has a rectangle on top, rectangle on the sides, and all the sides. It's a fancy box, which would mean it's a rectangular prism. I bet you all knew that. So is this paper, plastic, compost, or aluminum? This is made of cardboard, so we would put it right here. It's kind of hard because we can't see the picture. So we put it in the cardboard box. Zoop. All right, here we have a banana peel. What would that be? That would be compost right here, old food. Okay? Okay, here we have a milk jug. This would go with the apple juice in the plastic, right? We'll just put it right here. All right. What are these, buddy? Eggshells, which is old food, right? So we could compost that. Let's see. Way down here, do you know what this is made out of? Glass. So we will have a special little pile for glass. Glass can be recycled.
Where?
Let's see. This is Mrs. Tessier's favorite thing to drink, Cherry Coke. Cherry Coke Zero. What is this made out of? Do you know? It's made out of aluminum, so we would put it here in the aluminum. And then as well as these green beans, this is also an aluminum can. We could take, what you do when you recycle, you make sure that you clean out your containers. So your milk and your apple juice, all that needs to be washed out, swished out before it's recycled. It makes it easier for the people at the recycling plant. Okay, how about this little yogurt cup? Do you guys drink yogurt or eat yogurts at home? What is this made out of? It is made out of plastic. I'm gonna put this up to the screen and see if you can see that symbol. Do you guys see that recycling symbol on the bottom? Yep, that means it's recyclable. One more thing, pieces of paper, okay? We put those with cardboard and with paper. Now, if you're trying to help the environment and you're trying not to waste, you should color on both sides of the paper before you put it away, okay? So thank you. Do you want to say goodbye? We'll put that on later, okay? So thank you for learning about recycling with us. Goodbye, kids. Gianna, come here. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.